On Draw Stuff Real Easy today, I'm going to show you how to draw this gorgeous unicorn, but let's not talk about it. Let's do it. You're going to need a pen and a pencil and an eraser. So start along kind of the middle line of the page, and I'm going to draw pressing very lightly. I'm not pressing hard because we're going to do a lot of underdrawing, and then we're going to erase it later. So that's kind of a circle. Start with that circle. That's the chest. This width here, which is the radius, you want to do about the same there. And then you want to draw a circle roughly the same. So if it could be exactly the same, that would be really good, wouldn't it? So I suppose you could use, jam jar lids or all sorts of things like that. Now here, bring a curve coming up there. So that's going to be the back of the neck. And if that's the kind of the front line there, then we want to bring a circle in up at the top of that curve, like that. And that's going to be kind of the brain box of the head. Let's make it even more royal kind of thing. Unicorns are royal. It is in Scotland anyway, so it's the royal kind of symbol. And we want the ear about there. And then the horn wants to come from the center of that circle, coming out like that. That's how you'll get the angle of it. Now we're going to want to have legs. So let's have that coming straight out from the bottom of the circle. And then that's going to come there, just maybe forward a little bit, down like that, and then an angle down there. We come up, and then this is going to be the hoof, which will go like that. So then the chest is going to come down and sort of up to about like that, and we're going to want to have the next leg. How do we know how long the legs are going to be? Well, if that's kind of the center of that circle, then go right the way across there, and it's going to be about halfway between that radius. So from here it goes that full diameter to the middle bit and half a radius, and then drop that down there, and then that'll be roughly about it across there. So if we put a line there, and then we're going to want to have this leg coming forward like that, and then that's actually going to want to come forward at an angle at the bottom, and then that will be the hoof, which comes into a kind of a little knot of a a joint there, and then here we want this curve coming into the back of the tail, and then, oh my goodness, the back legs of animals are so complicated. So we're going to do a little come round that into a bit of a curve, and then bring that into a curve coming forward, similar angle to that. And then here we're going to take this curve and bring it in to, it's not the knee, this is the, because you got a hip here, and you got the top of the thing, so the knee is about there, and then so this is actually the ankle. And this will be coming down very similar to this, a bit forward and back, and then up for the hoof, and then we're coming back into that kind of little knobbly bit there, that joint there. And then we're going to want another one kind of coming similarly here, and just slightly forward, back a bit like that, and into that kind of knobbly bit there. And then the tail will come kind of straight out from there, and we want this kind of S shape coming down like that, and then this deeper S shape coming there. We're going to want the mane to be flowing that way. I'm going to put the eye in just while I can see it. I've zoomed in and centered a little bit so now we can draw it with ink. And I'm going to draw that ear. So it's kind of like a little bit of wheat or something like that, a little leafy shape. And then we want these little curves for sort of the forelocks. That will come down and up slightly. And then we want just a little curve for the nose. We have a thoughtful, elegant eye. And that will come round into the chin. Now we're going to want to have the horn sticking up like that. I'll just put little bits there just to make that fairly simple. If you start drawing all the twists and spirals, it gets very complicated and starts to look a bit of a mess. And here I'm just going to follow down the line of the back of the neck there, like that. So then this will make it much easier to draw the mane, like that. And we're trying to make it easy on Draw Stuff Real Easy. I would draw the front leg here first. That's going to come down to there, little nubule there, and then we can draw the neck coming in there, a nice S shape. We always want nice curves on animals. They don't have straight lines, do they? And then we can maybe put this little curve there into the hoof. Let's do that as well. And then that can come up to here. Now the bottom of the chest, like that. And then we can bring this line, and we can take that right down into the tail there, so that we can bring this around there. And then that's going to come there. And then we can bring this line down there, like that. So if you've got it all planned, it makes it so much easier, doesn't it? So we want that to come up there a little bit, up into the it's the tarsals or something like that, metatarsals, something like that. This is the ankle, so these are the kind of all the fingery bits and everything that go down to the toes, and then the toes are kind of fused together in the hoof at the bottom. And then I'm just going to do that. There we go, maybe a few little lines. And once you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase those pencil lines. And I'm going to have this unicorn standing proudly on a rock, like that, so we can kind of put in these bits of shading. And I think we can have these hooves pretty much black, so I'm kind of shade them in there so they're dark at the front. And then I think I'm just going to put a little bit of shading in underneath there, and a little bit of shading in underneath there. Maybe we need another little kind of curl there, maybe a few more little bits in the mane. Now if you join me on Patreon, I would show you how to paint this in, and I would give you a drawing guide sheet as well. So why not click up here and come and join me on Patreon. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.